Okay guys, we are finally ready to remove the upper frame member from the engine. Just a few prep steps, and I've been faffing around. I don't know what's wrong with me, but anyway, I've taken the bike off the ramp, turned it round so that I've got easy access at the front to just wheel the front end off when it comes down to that. It's up on the stand, it's secured at the back. I'm going to put the scissor jack underneath the bike, but once I've moved the prop stands forward again, just for additional support. And then it's going to be a matter of just disassembling some components. But I must say I'm pretty fortunate actually, in that most of the parts that you would normally have to disassemble or disconnect are already done. So for example, the gas tank's off, the seat's off, this needs to be done of course. The cables are all disconnected here, so that doesn't need to be done. So for the most part, it should be relatively straightforward. But so let's get straight to it. All right. Oh, that's better than I expected. Here I'm just going to disconnect and disassemble the carburetor parts here, just so they're not hanging around off the front end as I remove it. Actually, I think some of the cables are in the way for the rear carb anyway. I'm just sort of making a mental note of the needle position. So it's either second or third. I can see the notch in the top. There's one notch there, so that'll be a good reference point for when I put this back together again. was loose. This one is actually loose. Well, I think I knew that going in. It's the wrong way round as well. This shoulder needs to go into that head steady mount. I've ordered a new set of these. Yeah, you see, that shoulder is supposed to go in there. It's possible it's a little tight with the chroming, but anyway, we'll see what the new ones look like. Okay, that should be it. All we have holding this upper frame member on now to the bike, to the engine, is that pin that I'm going to pull out in just a minute. Hopefully not like a hand grenade. And I've tightened up the dampener, the steering damper here, that keeps, hopefully, this upper frame member from flapping around when I remove the front end off the bike. Got the brake on for now. So I'm going to clip that, releasing the brake, grab hold of it, pull the pin, and then walk the front end down the ramp, out of the garage, and then figure out what I'm going to do with this front end. Actually, I'm going to lay it on the ground. Well, that wasn't quite as scary as I thought, actually. It's significantly lighter than I expected. I thought it would be really quite heavy and it would be flopping around and it would be really quite difficult, but it's actually quite manoeuvrable. It's a bit like a unicycle, I guess. But yeah, very happy with how that came off. Much easier than I expected. Actually, I thought it would be quite an endeavour to get it off the bike, but I mean, getting it back on is going to be a little bit more difficult, but that was fantastic. So yeah, terrific. So thanks for watching, guys, appreciate it.